Hello guys, welcome back to my video. As I told you in my last video about IELTS format, in today's video, we are going to cover up two more important part of IELTS examination. Number one, your answer sheets. How are your answer sheets? Where you have to write down your answers. And the second part, what are the aspects you are judged upon while you are giving your IELTS examination. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. So first, let's talk about listening examination. Here is your answer script. This is the sheet that you get if you are appearing for paper pen based IELTS examination. This is the answer script that you get. Here's basic questions that you need to fill in and you are done with your exam. Okay. These are the band scores that you get. If you are having, how much score are you having and what is the band score you are going to get. Okay. So in general, if I talk about if you need 6 plus bands, you need to have a 23 plus score. We being Indians, take a target of 25, only then you will get 23 score. But usually what I ask my students is to prepare for at least 30 to 35. Ideally, you must have score between 30 to 35 in order to have a good band score in IELTS, specifically in the listening part. In speaking portion, you don't need any answer sheet, you don't need any other detail. The only thing that you need in your speaking portion is you yourself who is prepared. Okay? But what are the aspects you are judged upon? Here it is. There are four major aspects you are judged upon. Number one, fluency and coherence. Fluency and coherence. Over here, I am attaching this sheet over here and you can check out things in detail like how when you are having 9 band score, what is your thing in fluency and coherence, how much are you getting in lexical resources, how much are you getting in grammar range and accuracy, what is your level of pronunciation, what all things are actually judged upon in 9 band, 8 band, 7 band, 6 band. So just have a look at it. I will be like, I have over here up till 0 band, but guys, don't go below 6 band. Speaking is really very easy. You just need practice. Okay. And we at IMA help all our students specifically for one-on-one speaking practice every day. So if you don't want to join the classes and only have speaking skills practice, we have that option available for you. So guys, now let's talk about the reading portion of your exam. Yes, this seems similar to the listening part. Obviously, it is. So you need to fill in the basic details here and your answers over here. 1 to 40, your answers here, you are judged upon what you write on this, not what you have written on your question paper. And here is a band description for academics and for general training. So you can simply have a look at it. It is like your band score is same 0 to 9, but what is the difference? In general training, if you want a 6 plus band, you need to have a 29 plus score, and if you want a 6 plus band in your academics, you need to have a 23 plus score. So it is attached over here. You can take a screenshot. If you have any questions, you can just ask us. So without wasting any time, now let's talk about the most confusing, challenging, or whatever you say, your writing portion. In your writing portion, there are multiple aspects you are judged upon. Now come here, I'll tell you how does it get started. Writing task 1 and in writing task 2. Things are the way you are judged upon, that's similar. But the question types are different. So a bit things change depending upon your questions. Okay. So in part 1, the thing that usually you are judged upon is task achievement. It is also said to be task response. Task achievement or task response, this is a thing that how well have you answered the question what they have asked. Okay, so you need to be ready and prepared for it. Like you have to answer what they are asking, not what's coming in your mind. Next part is coherence and cohesion. Coherence and cohesion is basically, I would say, quantity and quality of your writing. Okay, are you using cohesive devices in it? How well are you organizing your paragraph? Are those paragraphs connected with each other? Are the terms like not contradicting their own point? Are you like simply going on with the flow or are you doing repetitions? So basically these are the things you are judged upon. Now, here is the sheet 9 to 6 on this sheet. We do have 5 to 0 band score also. But if you are actually planning to appear for IELTS, don't see the sheet. This is a waste for you. Okay, so 6 to 9. This is something that is like you need to know what all things will be there, what are aspects you will be judged upon. Next, over here we have is lexical resources. Lexical resources is the vocabulary that you are using, okay, the connecting terms that you are using, the way you are trying to express out your things. And last but not the least, grammar, range, and accuracy. How well are you structuring your sentences? How well are they connected with each other? Are those simple sentences, compound sentences, or are those complex sentences? Yes, these things holds importance. That's why I say you must know grammar if you want to appear for IELTS. The things that you are judged upon, this is same in writing task 1 as well as in writing task 2. But as in writing task 1, you are given a description or you are given a letter and you have to respond according to that. And in writing task 2, it is an essay. So you need to keep in mind task achievement. That is what they have asked. So now I'm showing you your answer sheet. In this answer sheet also you can see like there is the similar thing that I've already told you, task achievement or task response, that is TA, CC, that is coherence and cohesion, LR, lexical resources, GRA, grammar, range and accuracy. Just below that you can see you have this like box wherein it is written under length, number of words and penalty. So yes, the number of words you have been asked in the question, write at least 250 words, write at least 150 words. Those things are important and they are actually checked upon. And just on the right hand side of it, you can see one more box where it is written off topic, memorized and illegible. So yes, guys, you need to have a good handwriting if you are appearing for paper and pen based IELTS. If your answers aren't legible, they won't be like you won't be getting a score. If you have like memorized something like in childhood it used to happen now, let's start our answers with a quotation. So that isn't possible in IELTS. You can't write any idiom, phrase, proverbs, quotation in your answers. That comes under the memorized part. It should be just the question and just the answer you need to put it. Last but not the least, as I am saying it repeatedly, what they have asked for, task achievement. Same is the thing written over here also. Please don't go off topic. You need to be static about the answers that you are giving. And it's not just one faculty who's checking your answer, it's two. You can see it in the answer sheet. Examiner 1, Examiner 2.